old band of outlaws, Outlaw Samurai, coming at you live with a video. Yes, Outlaw is still making videos, but aside from that, okay, I know I had another fucking thing in here. Okay, through the ancient mysterious arts of randomly sticking my hand in a Walmart bag and keeping my eyes on the road, because this is a driving review, grab the pink one. Well, I'm going to try Red Bull Wild Berries. I know, it's scandalous. Outlaw drinking the pink drink. But this is a pink drink I can stand because it has caffeine and isn't for little bitches. Comedy aside, without further ado, dogs, power shouldn't. Suspicious smelling it is. Probably should not drink, I should, but I will, nonetheless. Like Yoda, I am talking. Okay. Not bad, actually. I'm getting what I want to say is a hint of raspberry and blueberry. Damn, even the Red Bull's pink. But it's not bad. So far, I am impressed with it. It offers the traditional Red Bull flavor, but the wild berries are just strong enough that it doesn't overpower the traditional Red Bull flavor, but kind of mellows out and matches it. Now, my ranking. With my personal biases compared to regular Red Bull, which I may or may not have a slight addiction to. Not for the reasons most people would think, oh, Outlaw's addicted to caffeine. No, see, I have the HD of the ADHD spectrum. Well, what does that mean? Well, I have the hyper dysfunctional part, or hyper D something, which means I have a hard time standing still and not doing random shit. This, the caffeine in Red Bull and caffeine in general, acts as a form of a tranquilizer for me. Now, what does this mean? Well, simply put, it means that instead of becoming like ungodly hyper and everything like that, what happens is the caffeine actually calms me down and keeps me from being hyper. Now, a lot of people who have never dealt with people with ADHD, or those who possess ADHD symptoms like I do with my Asperger's, which is the form of autism I have where I'm not good at social situations, or picking up on social cues on when to stop saying shit. Or that I hyperfixate on things. But what that means is they'll think, oh, that's not true, and blah, 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 you're making excuses. And no, it actually does work, because a lot of doctors will actually, depending on how severe the ADHD symptoms are, will actually prescribe parents to give their children coffee or caffeine-rich drinks like Coke or Mountain Dew, or I wouldn't really say energy drinks, but maybe some of the more child-friendly ones like cellulose. I believe that's a more child-friendly one. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know the science behind them. But they'll actually tell, or just straight black coffee, will actually tell their parents to give them caffeine in certain quantities, and it will actually help calm them down and keep them focused, because the stimulating properties of caffeine in their mind work opposite to anybody else's mind. Which is probably another reason why I'm capable of drinking 6 20-ounce Red Bulls back to back to back and not feeling a damn thing. But my ungodly genetic immunity to caffeine aside, because of my family history, my great-grandmother, a coffeeholic, my grandmother's a coffeeholic, my father, he shits grounds, pisses decaf, and has Colombian dark roast running through his veins. And his heart doesn't beat, it percolates. But I got off on a major tangent there. That's another thing about Asperger's. I can easily get put onto a major tangent and not realize how much I'm talking. Which is probably, and the main reason why my videos end up so long. But in any case, with my personal biases as OG Red Bull as my favorite, watermelon Red Bull, it's getting up there because I got a fucking southern soul and I love goddamn watermelon. I'm gonna give it a respectable 8 out of 10. Without my personal biases, as a Red Bull flavor, I'm going to give it a little less, as a 7.5 out of 10. It loses that half a point because every drink company eventually comes out with a wildberry concept, so it's not that revolutionary. Now, if they had come out with like a green raspberry Red Bull or something like that, that'd be a different story. That'd be a little more revolutionary, mainly because of the color. I don't really think the flavor would change much. Blue raspberry, believe it or not, is actually a completely artificial flavor, because raspberries are not blue, they're red or pink. But with that in mind, I can definitely say that if you want to drink a different kind of Red Bull, if you want to change it up, if you're one of those who usually drinks the OGs but has been a little skeptical about trying the multi-flavored Red Bulls, I say give it a shot. It's not that bad, actually. Like I said, I love a watermelon Red Bull. But let me know what you think down in the comments below, my noble band of outlaws. Until next time, Outlaw Samurai tells all y'all be crazy rednecks. Be safe and use your weapons. I'm out. Peace. Obligatory sword footage.